Hi there. You are about to participate in a Yoga Pilates kind of class here with us this morning. This was recorded during one of our live Zoom online classes that we do. It's the one we do on a Wednesday in the middle of the week. It kind of breaks up the yoga theme and it's lovely. It's really amazing. I've got awesome support and we do lots of different things. So please, I hope you enjoy this live video take. It's always a little bit different when you're recording live. But if you want to get involved, if you want to participate with us and join our group, 7 a.m. on a Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday morning, Melbourne, Australia time. I do have people joining me from all around Australia, which is just amazing. It's just so wonderful. And it'd be awesome if you could join in, participate and enjoy with us as well. I know you'll feel great. You'll feel so good for it. So please send me an email or send me a message, let me know your phone number and I'll give you a call back and we'll be able to chat and work out how to Zoom you in. Alarms. Alrighty, I look forward to practicing yoga, Pilates, all things with the breath very, very soon. Bye-bye. Alrighty, lovely. Let's find a comfortable seated posture. Legs can be crossed or you can place the heel in front of the pubic bone and then the next heel in front of the pubic bone so the feet don't have to be layered on top of each other. Start with a little bit of a shoulder roll. Settle in, start to feel your spine lift, a little bit of lengthening and the hands can rest on your knees or in your lap for a brief moment. Welcome. Welcome to Wednesday morning and a fabulous mix of a practice. When you feel ready, gently lift your hands and place your middle and index fingers very lightly over your eyelids and just softly circle and gently touch and relax your eyes. And if that feels nice, you can continue doing that for another minute. Otherwise, allow your hands to return resting into your lap. So, fabulous. Let's begin. We're going to start laying on our back with our legs curled into our chest. So comfortably, easily, allow yourself to move back. Let the spine move out, and if you need to readjust your shirt, please do. Lift the knees up in towards the chest and just hold them at a comfortable place and space for you. So your hands can rest on your hamstrings, shins, or you can really hug and pull the knees up and in if you wish. Tailbone can rest back towards the floor or up in the air. Oh, just allow a little bit of stillness about the head and the neck. And it's more a comforting rock. We're not necessarily doing a stretch or any particular goal here, just a comfortable, gentle rock. And just notice with the belly curled or the hips curled up and the belly a little squished, the breathing may be stunted a little bit or restricted a little bit. So just as best you can now, begin to release the legs so the feet come back and land softly on the mat. Arms rest by your side. Maybe your spine needs to wriggle and lengthen out a little bit more again. Exhale completely. And as you breathe in through the nose, encourage the breath all down through the body into the belly. Feel the belly swell. And then a little bit of contraction about the abdominal muscles, sinking the belly, drawing the belly button into the spine so the air rises and leaves. So you can seal your lips and try to breathe out through your nose as well as in. But if the breath builds up, becomes overwhelming at any time, of course, open your mouth and breathe in or out as your body needs. So just really slowly breathing in, using the abdominal muscles, the chest muscles to open, stretch open and draw more air in. Hold that fullness as you feel like you've expanded out into space. And then slowly let the body relax. And then again, draw the muscles in and squeeze all the air out. We'll do that 2 more times. Especially as you expand and open up, see if that helps. Sit the back body closer down towards the earth. Realign the pelvis, the tailbone, shuffles the leg bones, even the shoulders, the arms. Complete exhale here. Fabulous. We're going to lift the feet up off the floor and have the shins parallel to the floor in what's called a tabletop position. Now try and keep these knees above the hips or even closer to the chest, because as soon as they fall away, we start straining our hip flexors. So definitely try to keep them. You're not cheating or anything. You're just going to allow the abdominal muscles to do the work before the hip flexors get to do the work. Hands can rest by your sides. Beautiful. Take a breath in, let the belly expand. Exhale, contract the abdominals. Next breath in, right toe taps down, keep the knee bent and lift it back up on the exhale. Inhale, left toe. So in a way, it's a sort of a gentle, just starting to get the body moving, but we want to start synchronizing the breath and the movement of the muscles. Because the way we breathe here can complement the way we move, and we start programming and teaching the body how to move in synchronicity, so that when we move around in everyday life, we will just naturally revert to our trained, preferred, comfortable way, and we'll move more efficiently. Hopefully safer, and for many, many, many more years to come. So as the toe taps down, there's a little opening in the front of the body. That's when we breathe in. On the exhale, contract and lift the knee back up. Beautiful. So you can keep tapping down one leg at a time, or if you wish, you can try and tap both toes down together. Exhale, just return the knees and the feet back up in the air. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. There's a little bit more effort with both legs, that's okay. If you're feeling any strain through your lower back, definitely try to use the exhale and the contraction a little bit more stronger to keep the lower back pressed into the floor, and the inner thighs also. Don't let the knees open up. Try to keep the knees together. One more here. Excellent. Let's leave the legs where they are, nice and steady in the air. Reach the arms all the way above the head. So have a little shuffle here where you're lifting the right shoulder, then the left. You can sort of sway from side to side, just so we make sure that we've got that skin stretched behind us and the arms are reaching all the way up. Beautiful. Now take a big breath in, and as you exhale, raise the arms and then reach them over towards your knees, curling the upper body up. Inhale, slowly lower down. Head rests on the floor. Beautiful. Exhale, curl the chest up. So this is a little bit more of a chest lift. I always try to talk and remind us to be lifting our chest. It's not an abdominal crunch. Although that will be happening as a side effect of our movement, it's not our main goal. So that exhale, we contract the abdominals and the lower ribs also start to contract. And that causes the curl up through the sternum towards the thighs. If your arms are swinging too much, you can keep the arms out, you can keep them above your head, or you can keep them by the sides of your legs. Just moving in rhythm with your breath. Inhale, exhale. Try not to strain the neck. Really important. It's just the chest that's lifting. Beautiful. Ease the body back, let the head rest. Hands can come back onto the floor or above you, whatever you choose here. I'm going to keep them by my hips for a moment. This time as we inhale, we're going to point the toe and reach the leg out long without the heel touching to the floor. Beautiful. Exhale to bring it back up. So we're pointing and lengthening the toe and bringing it back up. So you might start to bring the knee in a little closer to the chest on that exhale. That's absolutely fine. So we want to feel a stretch through the back of the leg, longer through our whole leg, and then maybe even a little bit of a stretch through the front of the hip flexor. So use the abdominal more, if you can, than the hip flexor to return the knees back up towards the torso, the chest. Awesome. Now, I'm going to have to stop so I can get myself coordinated to add the arms in. If you wish, reach the arms above the head. As you breathe in, arms stay above the head. Right leg reaches out. As you exhale and bring the knee in, both arms come either side of the leg. Left leg, exhale, knee comes in. Inhale, right leg out. I think I've got it. Exhale, chest lifts in. So just take it steady here. It's a lot of work through the front body. Allow the breath to give you relief, comfort, space. And then that work with that exhale. Fabulous. Now we're going to do 4 more. So we can even up left and right, or if you wish, you can work both legs together. Inhale, both legs out, arms reach. Exhale, knees in. That's 4. Try to keep that lower back, especially as you breathe in, expanding into the floor. 1 more. Fabulous. Oh, let the arms rest by your sides, but energetically, not too flopsy. And we're just going to rotate the knees over to one side, bring them back through center, and then gently take them to the other side. Oh, without crashing into the wall. If the thighs are sliding a little bit, that's okay. But now try and keep the knees together and work the muscles in through the side of the waist to lift one hip up and take it over. Both hips rest back on the floor. Keep the knees together. Other hip lifts up and over. 1 more time each side. Excellent. Ah, goodness me, Pilates always wakes us up first thing in the morning. So we can have these tabletop legs, or if you'd rather, you can lower the feet down. So if it's starting to get a little bit too clingy or stretched simply because it's hanging there in the hip flexors, you can lower the feet down to the floor. Arms reach all the way above you. We're going to add a little cross across the body. So we take a beautiful big breath in, keep the legs still, just the arms. And as you exhale, left arm reaches up and over towards the right side. Inhale, open back, other side this time. So the arm acts as a little bit of a directional cue as our left chest lifts over towards the right hip, and inhale, come on back. So as you exhale, imagine the lower right ribs contracting and getting drawn down in to the left hip bone. Try not to squash the tailbone up towards the ribs. We want to lay back and let the spine lengthen on out. Fabulous. Now I'm just going to have a rest for a moment so I can get myself coordinated. And we're going to add the legs in. So as the leg reaches out, we stretch open, and as the knee comes back in, we twist over to that side. Open left leg out. Exhale, knee in, twist over to the other side, and then come on back. So take your time, don't rush this. Just get the movements right, coordinate your breathing with the movement, and you'll get there. Try not to squash or run it from the jaw or the neck. You'll feel that amazing strength happening. Oops, wrong leg went out. Other leg. Oh, what a good idea this was this morning. All right, let's do 2 more, taking your time to match the movements up and get it as best you can. Fabulous. Oh, arms out to the side like a cactus. Elbows are bent. You might need to lift the ribs a little bit and let them shuffle as the shoulder blades are in a slightly different position now. Rotating both knees from one side to the other. Fantastic. Oh, give those knees a little bit of a cuddle in. We're going to reposition to a sitting position up on our bottom. So if you want to use this ball shape and really try to lift the tailbone up and see if you can curve through the vertebrae to rock and roll yourself up to sitting, you can. Hey, took me a few times, but I got there. Excellent. Knees, let the feet sit nice and flat on the floor, and let's wrap our arms around our legs for a cuddle. And you can even bury your nose into your knees if you wish. Have 2 or 3 breath cycles here and just let the body relax into yourself, itself. We're about to come up to standing for a little warrior sequence. So if you're feeling bright-eyed and ready now, mindfully transition up. You can press your hands on the floor if you really need to, or you can grab a hold of something to pull you up, or give it a go not using those hands. Oh, shoulder roll and a shake. Fabulous. So let's start standing at the top of our mat, and we'll just step back into a warrior. So where will I stand? I'll stand over about here. Feet nice and close together. Give the legs a little bit of a wriggle. Chest proud. Oh, shoulder blades just fall down your back, as do your arms and your hands. Let's breathe in and bring the hands to heart center. And we'll start with the right leg. So let's lift the knee and step it backwards down the mat. And then softly ground the heel so that the toes are now out on an angle and the tailbone's tucked under. Awesome. Let's reach the hands all the way up to the ceiling and just keep that knee soft. The knee can bend forwards and backwards, but we want to sort of bring the hips around, try and square them to the front if you can. Oh dear. Got one lady this morning bouncing in and out. Awesome. So I'm sort of wriggling through my toes and feet a lot this morning for whatever reason. Try to keep them still. Notice that. And then just sort of come on back in. Knee, well done. Knee forwards. And we're still up here in Warrior One. Breath into the back space. Let the shoulder blades expand. We're going to release the arms behind this. Reach them out wide and then behind, interlacing the fingers. Beautiful. Knuckles point away. Open the heart space up. We're going to bow forwards into humble warrior. So let the upper body lay down just in front of that thigh, that left thigh. Knuckles can raise up to the ceiling, or it's absolutely okay for the hands to rest on the back or even your hips here. Think about the hips moving back as that front left knee moves forwards. If you wish, the knuckles can guide themselves all the way up towards the sky, and the torso may even curl over and under. Just relax the neck, the jaw, and breathe. We've got 2 more breath cycles here. See if you can lower the hips towards the floor by bending that left knee further forwards. Beautiful. As you exhale, lower the hands to the back. Press the left foot into the floor and curl all the way back on up. Excellent. Arms rise back and return to Warrior One. Whew. Back down to heart center, and there's a little shuffle through the hips as we prepare for almost Warrior Two. We're going to move into Archer Warrior. So our left arm reaches out and our right elbow stays bent as if we are drawing a bow back here. So let that right shoulder blade draw back and open the body so the shoulders are square to the long edge of the mat with your hips. Fabulous. Now we're going to reverse this. So it's like we're going to shoot the arrow up towards the sky. Exhale, right side of the body tips, left side opens, and see if you can shoot that arrow up to the sky. Easy on the neck. One more breath here. Beautiful. Gently on the exhale, lift the head up super high to the sky. Keep that front knee bent. Beautiful. Hands heart center. Let's face towards the front, moving into a lunge here. Lovely. Hands can rest on the hips for a shoulder roll, and then we're going to step that foot forwards. Okay, so that was the long drawn out version. Let's see if we can do that on the other side. We might move even a little bit quicker. Let's see. So the left knee lifts and steps backwards. Ankle pivots, so the heel rests on the floor, toes are out on an angle, tailbone tucked under. So stay where you are. I'm going to turn myself around. And then we just sort of play with how those thigh bones feel in and around the pelvis, trying to square them to the front. You'll feel a stretch down through that front left hip. Beautiful. Fingertips up to the sky and breathing. Your drishti, your eye gaze, can rest on something in front of you. And as the eye gaze stills, the movements in the mind also slow down. Fabulous. Breathe into the back space of the ribs and the lungs so the shoulder blades loosen, and then reach the hands behind you. If you can, interlace the fingers the other way, other finger leading on top. And then as the knuckles sort of stretch, the hands get drawn to want to hold each other. That opens into the chest, so just go steady and easy. Beautiful. Breathe in, lift the face up, exhale, bowing forwards into humble warrior. So take on the attitude of being humble, kind, compassionate, gentle. Gentle with your own body here. Inhale to lengthen wherever you can. Exhale to ease and simply be. One more breath cycle. On the exhale, the hands lower back down, rest. Press the right heel into the floor. Roll yourself all on the way on up. Hands come to heart center. Awesome. My feet feel like they're sliding out into the splits here. We're going to reach the right arm forwards and the left arm pulls back like we are drawing a bow. I think I've only ever done archery once or twice, so I'm probably not holding my bow correctly. As you feel ready, breathing into the right side of the body and pointing that bow sky high, shooting for the stars. Head resting back. Yeah, left shoulder really drawing, pulling back. Right hip sinking down towards the back heel. Back of the heel. One more breath. Slowly exhale, lift the head high. Hands return to heart center. Pivot on the back foot so that we have that lunge for a brief moment. Does feel like the splits. Whew. And stepping forwards. Fabulous. Alrighty, facing the long edge of the mat with the feet out wide, toes pointed out a little bit, hips on the wriggle. Let's place our hands on the hips because we're going to bend one knee and lunge one side and then come on up and then lunge the other side. So take those feet a little bit wider if you can and think about the tailbone sinking down towards the back heel. Now, the lower you go, you might actually want to lift that heel up off the floor and sort of come down onto the ball or the foot a bit more. Absolutely, you can. Notice how your knees are tracking and feeling. And if your knees are feeling okay, you can bring your hands towards your heart center. Nice, kind, gentle Anjali Mudra. Or if you wish, you can take your arms out wide, like a bit of a cactus, but we've got that beautiful Chi Mudra. Notice how that changes, the work here through the belly, having to hold the upper body up. Well done. Looking good. Steady yourself in the middle if you need. Excellent. Hands return to the hips, feet, heel, toe, a little bit closer together, and we're going to play around now with some chair pose versions. So walk the feet so they're nice and close. Feel the inner thighs start to melt in together. Let's begin with the hands at heart center. On the exhale, bend the knees, tailbone down towards the floor. Beautiful. So just really thinking about this here, directing down towards the floor. Breathing into the chest, and that sort of expands the chest and almost lifts the chest up away from the tail. Exhale, feet sink, really, really sink. One more breath cycle, just in a little bob down chair. And then we're just going to straighten the legs and stand on up. Fabulous. Have a breather, inhale, exhale, bend the knees forward, tailbone knows exactly where to go. Really draw it down deep and reach the arms up this time on the inhale. So you'll feel a stretch here into the armpit area, but you want to stay strong if we can through the belly. Tailbone is still directing us away. One more breath, longer through the back half of the body. Balls of the feet press into the floor to stand on up. Hands return to heart center. Let's do it again. We're going to add in a twist. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to sink on in. Inhale, arms reach up. We're going to start with the right hand. Left arm reaches up and away, right hand comes around to the outside of the left foot. Now use this shoulder blade to open your chest forwards and look out to the side. Try to keep your knees close together, feet both pressing down through the floor. One more breath here. Lovely. Hands return to heart center. Stand on up, nice and easy. Here we go. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, arms rise up. Oh, and let's lower that left hand down to the outside and reach that right arm around backwards. So much to think about. Feet, knees, hips, elbows, hands, shoulders. Ease through the neck, especially where the neck meets the skull. Fabulous. Slowly return back through center. Press the feet into the floor and rise on up. Alrighty, something a little tricky for us now. I'm gonna turn on the side. Let's give ourselves a shoulder roll and sit the legs down into chair. Now 1 foot at a time, just lift the heel up so you come onto the ball of the foot. And then if you wish, take a moment, sink the hips a little lower and see if you can rise up onto the ball of both feet and lower down. So just move very slowly at a pace that's comfortable for you to understand, feel and coordinate. Head up super high, just rising up onto the toes, lowering back down. Wow, inner thighs squeezing together, hamstrings knowing they're alive. 2 more, you can do this. Come on, up, 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 got it. Excellent, release the legs. Come to standing, little march on the spot. Wowzers. Small tree balance before we play around. Yes, jogging up and down on the spot. Excellent, hands heart center. Right knee falls out to the side. Foot can rest on the floor or the calf, or you can bring it up into the thigh if you can keep your hips steady and supported. Beautiful. 3 more breath cycles here. Reach the arms open. Make that chi mudra if you wish. Drishti, focused, staring at something, one little point. Mind stays still. More still. Less movement. Stay with the exhale. Return the hands to heart center. Lift the knee up in front. Place it down gently. Have a march on the spot if you wish. Left leg falls out. Hip comes back in. Nice. And let's work out where that foot's going to rest this time. Three more breath cycles. Arms can open up if you wish. Keep breathing. Well done. Hands come back to heart center. Lift the leg, place it down. Excellent. Alrighty, feet close together, but you might want to have a small gap, 1/2 inch or 1 inch between the feet here. Let's start with the hands on the hips and a shoulder roll. Send the right arm up to the sky, left arm up down to the floor. Bring that right arm down and other side. Excellent. Both arms reach up to the sky, elbows bend, hands rest behind the head. You can interlace the fingers if you wish. Try us 1 foot at a time. Yeah, program the muscles 1 foot at a time. Rising up, the heel lifts onto the ball of the foot. And if you wish, you can have a go at both feet, lifting the body up and lowering down. So I don't need to talk you through or count you through. Just slowly rising on up, slowly lowering on down. If you're able to rise up relatively smoothly, make sure you've got contact right across the whole width, the balls of the feet. Keep the ankles close as you slowly, with control, lower back down. About another 20 seconds here, my friends. Noticing if you're starting to hold the breath as best you can. Let the breath flow smoothly, not too much pressure on the head. Head rests into the hands. As you feel ready, return back down. Nice. Releasing the arms, shoulder roll. Right knee lifts, but it's going to step out and around the other foot. So step the feet a little bit if you like, to try to square the toes up, and bend the knees if you need, and then stand up super tall. Release the arms, right arm to the sky, left arm to the floor. Swap both arms over. Oh, and then again, this feels a little bit more like a tree to me. Certainly does this morning. Excellent. Hands heart center to help you steady. Return the right leg. Lift the left. Take it around behind. Fabulous. Releasing, left arm up to the sky, right arm down. And swapping over. We're running through all my exercises very quickly this morning, team. Beautiful. I'm going to do that again this side. Oh, that's better. Got the spot. Hands, heart center, release. Awesome. So well done. Let's lower down back towards the floor to finish some stuff off with a few bridge poses as we ease our way in towards Shavasana and another breathing practice. Well done. Hey, how those legs feel? Like they need a little bit of love? Roll on down. Feet nice and flat. Heels close to the hips. Notice how the hips want to shift away, and encourage the hips to stay nice and long towards the heels as your head rests back, palms on the floor. So a bridge pose is when we try to lift the hips on up. So just before we get too in a rush to start working through the glutes, just feel into the big toe and let it rest on the mat. Second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, and then notice how that stimulated other areas of your body to also want to settle, reposition, and be more comfortable. Hopefully we've got a greater coverage of the surface area now. Awesome. Breathing in, feeling that belly really expand, and on the exhale, contracting the belly, squeezing the glutes, pressing the feet into the floor, hips will lift on up. Beautiful. Inhale and roll on down. So on the exhale, the belly contracts. So the belly doesn't round through the breath as we lift the hips up. The belly will perhaps soften and round as we lay the hips back down. So just notice what's happening within your body. Exhale, feet push in. We've got to soften through these hip flexors where the legs meet the body. Otherwise the tailbone's going to tip down, and we want this tailbone to be able to curl under and lift up. So you'll feel a stretch here. Keep flowing with your breath. Sorry, I did get a bit distracted. Inhale to lower down, exhale to lift on up. So again, it's a small movement here, but we're kind of refining the action. We'll recruit more muscle fibers, so it might even feel a little bit trickier, or it might not be trickier, you just might feel more heat generated through your system because we've got more muscle fibers engaging and actioning. One more. Lovely. So have a little rest for a moment, and you can repeat the same thing, or if you wish, bring the right knee into your chest and just let the leg and the shin rest towards the body. So just light sort of flexion through the foot, not too much sort of energy. Beautiful. Now we're going to focus on the left side. So keep that tailbone centered. As you exhale, empty the belly, lift the hips on up, inhale, roll on down. Very, very different. Notice how the arms come in to help support you and keep you balanced. Beautiful. That's 2. We're going to do another 6 more. At any time, put this right foot down, and you can finish off with both feet, helping you if you'd rather. No pressure on the neck. Tops of the shoulders,
They help carry our body weight, and use the breath. It comes in towards the hips, upward motion with the breath, nice and light with the hips. Fantastic. That right leg's relaxed unless it's returned to the floor. 2 more. Fabulous. Keep that right knee in close to the chest. Let the left leg stretch out nice and long. Heel can rest on the floor. And we're going to cross this right leg over to the left side of the body. So across the body and a stretch over to the other side. Left leg can be long or bent, doesn't matter. Beautiful. Coming back to center. Hey, right foot back on the floor, shuffle through the t-shirt, and that left leg comes in to just sort of rest towards the body. Always 2 feet on the floor is a great option if you'd rather. Breathing in, exhale, right foot pushes into the floor, tailbone rises up, sort of wanting to get directed in behind the back of the right knee. Sorry, just had to breathe. 5 more. So treat each repetition as its own exercise and just notice what you feel along the way. If you can offer any assistance, any little change. Equal pressure down through the shoulder blades, out towards where the arms meet the body. That's your upper body foundation. And that inhale, hips rise on up on the exhale. I think 2 more. Lovely. Have a moment with the hips settling. Keep the left knee in close to the chest as the right knee leg extends. Lovely. Heel rests on the floor. So just let the muscles and the bones sink a bit. Then reach the left arm out and carry that leg over to the right hand side. Definitely at that stage of the class where all the sighs are really loud and dramatic. Excellent. Returning back to center. Knees stay bent, feet come back down onto the floor, nice and close to the tailbone. Relax the inner thighs and let the knees fall out wide. Again, the hands can rest by your sides. Relaxing through the inner thighs. See if we can line the toes up, big toes meeting, second, third toes meeting. Beautiful. As you breathe in and the belly expands, see if that lower back can also rest into the floor. Fabulous. Just another 2 breath cycles, relaxing here, energetically opening through the inner thighs and the knees widening. If you want, you can use your hands, or the legs on their own can lift themselves up. And we're going to swap that over. So we're going to let the feet move out wide now and the knees fall inside. Just notice how this does feel on the outside of your knees, because this can cause some people a little bit of pain or discomfort. So just don't take your feet out too wide if you're noticing any pain. But let the top of the thigh bones, just let them sort of slide to the outside of the hips. You can just imagine sort of a little bit of a broadening across the lower back. A little bit of ease there between the top of the thigh bones and the tailbone. And just let the weight of the knees, the legs, maybe your knees have fallen all the way down through to the floor, that's fine. Fabulous. Excellent. Alrighty. So we're going to slink our way into Shavasana here now, and we're going to play around with a breathing practice while we're lying down. I will talk you through it, and then we've got a beautiful, sweet little meditation for our eyes, back to our eyes. So as you wish, allow your legs to extend. If you want to put a pillow or a cushion under your knees to support your lower back, you can, and let your arms rest by your sides. just letting the breath flow naturally. So we're not wandering off into a sleep. It's not a yoga nidra. We're really going to stay attentive to the breath here. Alrighty, so this is like a false inhalation here. So let's just exhale, let all the air out completely, and then allow a natural breath in, letting your head rest. Beautiful. So just allow a natural breath in, just sort of encouraging perhaps a little bit more deeper and fuller than natural, and then let it leave again. So that was a genuine inhale. So we'll do that again. Let the body breathe in, inhalation, feel nice and full, lots of air. And then slowly let the air leave. And this time as the air leaves, really contract the abdominals, the ribs squeeze in, and really force all the air out. So the body is empty and the body's quite tight. Seal the mouth. Don't breathe in through the nose, so we're not breathing in, but see if you can stretch open the ribs and the belly as if air was to flow in, but you're not letting it in yet. So see if you can open the body up, and then slowly then let the air flow into that space you've created, and then the air fills the body. Beautiful. As you feel ready, exhale, and then just a real natural cycle of the breath again, nice and smooth. Just so that we calm down and we relax. And then we can try that false relaxation again. So make sure with that exhale, you've emptied the body absolutely of all air you possibly can. Contract the abdominals super tight, the ribs, even up into the higher parts of the chest. Seal the mouth and the lips. Don't let the air in. It's a false inhalation. As the chest tries to expand and open, the diaphragm, the belly draws the diaphragm down away, creating a space, an empty opening, and then slowly the air gets drawn in to the body. At some point in time, the air will then relax as it continues to flow, or your body will relax as the air continues to flow in. And very, very gently let the air flow out naturally, and you have a natural breath cycle again. So we'll only do that one more time. If it's causing any anxiety or if it's too uncomfortable, please just breathe naturally with me and enjoy a relaxing moment just before our eye meditation. So if you haven't started already, really make the most of that exhale. You might even feel your body as if it's falling deeper and deeper into the earth as that air leaves you and you just sink. Holding the contraction and trying to work the muscles of the body to open them up in preparation. Then slowly the air will flow in. It'll zoom in. Keep breathing in a beautiful big breath of air and take in as much air as you can. And slowly sigh it out. That sort of practice reminded me of sort of setting the Christmas lunch table the night before, getting it all ready, all happened just before everything rushes all the way back on in. Beautiful. Please stay relaxed, content, and natural. Letting the muscles relax, bones relax, heart and lung. Just gently breathes as your body inherently knows exactly how to do. Just allow your attention to wander towards the sensations in and around your eyes. So keep your eyelids rested close.
And then just let all the skin around your eyes soften and rest. It almost loosens, the skin all loosens. And then deeper within the skin, we have the muscles, the circular muscles around the eyeballs. Just let them relax. And as your eyes continue to soften, maybe you can imagine your two eyes becoming one soft eye. And now let your eyes move wide. Eyelids are still resting closed, but your eyes are widening all the way out to the sides of your face. And then just let them be. Really imagining the curtains of your eyes just close down, shielding. And your eyeballs continue to deepen, fall into the support of their sockets. Just let them be slippery, loose. And just notice if there still is any tension, any stress in and around the eyes. Just release any other lines of tension. Anything between the eyes, let it relax. And now for the very last minute, your internal vision. Just let it notice where you go when you close your eyes. What is it you see? Nothing to change, nothing to do. Body is simply breathing all on its own. Just notice the breath, how faint, gentle and light it is, and it's still sustaining you. Such a miracle. So maybe let out a little bit of a sigh on an out breath. And as you feel ready, welcome in a fuller breath. Feel the chest lift and the upper back press into the shoulder blades, into the support beneath you. Soften the muscles down the sides of the neck, and if you wish, with your eyes still resting, turning your head from side to side. Beautiful. Welcoming in deeper, fuller breaths just to help us Continue to gain a bit of energy and wake back up into the space that we are in, so that the shoulders move, the arms stretch, and you feel that energy just sort of flow all the way down through your arms, into your wrists, hands, and fingers, maybe even your fingernails. Start to shuffle through the upper part of the body, a wriggle or a sway. And breathe your beautiful energy all through your body, down through your legs, knees, shins, ankles, feet, and toes. Wriggle those toes and just notice the temperature of the air, just that immediately is around you. And you can shuffle through the ankles and the feet. You can start to sway the hips, or you can lift the legs and give them a stretch, just whatever feels natural and comforting for yourself. When you feel ready, you can roll over and rest on one side. Hands can rise up and make a little face pillow if you want. And just 2 or maybe 3 liberating breaths here. So breathing in, and a noisy out breath, letting the vibrations carry away any built up stress or tension. Breathing in, feeling energized, alive and amazing. And as you feel ready, hands can now lift and then press into the floor to lift you back up to a comfortable seated posture. Legs rest any which way suits you in front of you. Rocking side to side. Beautiful. Hands, heart center. We've got just a little stretch here just to loosen up through the spine. So inhale, arms rise. Exhale, rotate around to one side. Doesn't matter what side. Beautiful. Exhale, but feel the crown super tall. Inhale, raise the arms up again. Same thing, other side, my friends. Beautiful, returning back to the center. Hands in the middle of our heart space. Palms and fingers lightly meeting. Beautiful smiles, curling up the corners of your eyes. And we bow in honor of yoga and this awesome community we have. Namaste, dear ones. Yes. Oh, thank you. Yoga lattes. Hope you enjoyed something a little bit different. Hope your eyes feel good. And I've muted everybody. I can't hear anyone if anyone's talking to me. Oh. No, very good. Oh, yeah, I did have a couple of signs come up saying internet connection unstable. So I apologise. I don't know. Welcome back, Karen. Life gets busy, doesn't it? But we're back in. Yep, we're back in. Wonderful. So yoga tomorrow. Yoga flows tomorrow. All right. Have an awesome, amazing day. All right. Thank you. Oh, awesome, Karen. Oh, it's hard. It's hard to get set up and to make it happen. And it is. I know. Even myself, knowing that you guys are here, it's still hard. You still question, but then once you guys click on and you're in, it's like, hi, good morning. Yeah, and it's wonderful. And it just gives me so much. Like I have, see, this is what I ran off this morning. See, so quite often Wednesday's not as planned, but I knew I needed it planned. I didn't want to get in and babble along this morning. I needed it to be planned. So I've got these supports around me and yeah. Awesome. Well, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow morning. Yeah. Yeah. No. Oh, they're beautiful. You love them. But like Trev sits on a couch just over there, and every now and then he'll just, like, it's at about 45 minutes in. It must be when I start slowing down. He just wanders over, shakes in the middle of here, shakes, and then sits down. And it's like, Trev, how do you pick the middle spot? You know, like, so. Oh, look, if he wandered in and sat in front of the window just there, which he does during the day, it'd be perfect. But never mind. All right, I've got to get these kids to school. So yeah, send me a message and we'll work out one day to catch up for lunch. It'd be lovely, Karen. And I'll see you tomorrow morning as well. So there you have it, one of our live Yoga Pilates classes here, recorded here this morning. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you, love the variety and love the mix-up. It'd be fantastic for you if you could subscribe to this channel, and that way you'll know when every new video comes out, and you'll be able to participate along with us. If you're tempted at all to join in to our live practices, please do. They're 7 a.m. on a Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. Send me a message. I can send you all the details. I can talk you through how to link in with the Zoom thing, and you will have an amazing time. You'll feel fit, healthy, alive first thing in the morning. It is the best thing you can do between 7 and 8 o'clock in the morning. I promise. See you soon.